Everyone, this is the One Question Series. This is Mick, and I'm here with Dr. Yafa Bey. Today is July 4th, 2026. Dr. Yafa, a lot of immigrants want our people to be deported out of the United States. And many of our people say we cannot be deported because we're protected or we're written into the Constitution under the 14th Amendment. What are your thoughts on this 14th Amendment Constitution stuff?
Oh, my. For those that are listening, thank you for listening and try to hear me out on this and try to hear me well. This is exceptionally important to the melanin rich people who have been generationally in mainland USA. It's important that you understand and comprehend what I'm about to say to you here. Listen well. They can kick out every single individual that is 14th Amendment. Bye, leave, go. The 14th Amendment, the Constitution, the Birthright Citizenship Clause, and the United States has nothing whatsoever to do with the people that have been re-identified, misidentified, and misclassified as Black, Negro, Colored, Black American, African American, and the hairstyle Afro wearing American. All of that is irrelevant to our people. Most of our people were not brought here on ships as slaves from over the pond in Africa. Some of our people who have history of, oh, somebody was brought here on a ship. A lot of our people were brought here on ships from other places in America. A lot of our people were taken out of what is now known as mainland USA to other places in America. Many of our people were taken by ship to Africa, Europe. A lot of our people were over there working on the Vatican, for crying out loud. This is not well known. It is not taught, but it is exceedingly and exceptionally well documented who we are, our blood tie to America as heirs of America by blood heritage. Okay? We were not all brought here from overseas. Some of us were brought here from other places over here. And yes, I know they talk about, I think it's what, Deuteronomy 68 or something, about being taken away in ships or something like that. Our people were taken away in ships, but from America. Some went into Africa, some went into Europe, some went into the Caribbean and other places in the Americas and vice versa. Many of our people were never brought back, never returned. Very few people were brought here on ships from Africa. Some people were brought back here from Africa after being taken away from here to Africa. But we predate the Birthright Citizenship Clause. We predate the 14th Amendment. We predate the United States Constitution. We predate the United States. We predate Columbus, and we predate the Native Americans that walked from Siberia across the land bridge. When they got here, they found us here too. We have always been here. No, it's not taught. It's not well known, but it is exceptionally well documented in books, in journals, in laws, in statues, in stone, in tapestry and art, and can be found all over the world, that the Aborigines of America, the people of mainland USA that are blood heirs to this land, were now, they were the people that are now misidentified as Black American. We are the foundational people of mainland USA. We are not native. At one point way back, yes, because the term native had something to do with being attached to a land. But legally, the legal definition of native is a servant, a serf, a villain, a slave, a woman born into bondage. We are not legally natives, but we are Aborigine and we are autochtons. We are in our ancestral homeland. We were found here, not brought here. We were found here. So everybody in this 14th Amendment can get to stepping by. Now, let me warn you guys that believe that your people were brought here against their will 400 years ago. That is a lie. That is an utter fabrication. There's no truth in that. Just because you were told that doesn't make it so. Do your lineage, your genealogy, and you will find that that is probably not the case. Even if you find that someone was brought here on a ship as a slave, all of your ancestors were not brought here on a ship as a slave. And even if one was brought here on a ship as a slave, it doesn't mean they were brought from Africa. They could have been brought from Haiti or what, Haiti, Jamaica, South America, Colombia. They could have been brought from anywhere in the Americas. Or they could have been brought from Africa, returning from being taken to Africa. And as far as this whole 14th Amendment birthright citizenship because of Wong Kim Ark, I'm no lawyer, but I am well read. If anybody reads the arguments that were put forth from the people when they were making the decision to write this into the Constitution, a lot of this was covered. A lot of it was covered. But Wong Kim Ark, the big difference that the Supreme Court obviously willingly, voluntarily chose to miss is that Wong Kim Ark's parents were here legally. They were here lawfully. The United States knew they were here. They were not illegally here. They didn't run over here on vacation, on birth tourism, and just drop a baby. They were long standing in the United States, and they were known legally to be here in the United States. That clause should not have applied to him, but let's say it did, and they want to stand on Wong Kim Ark. He was here of parents who were here legally, lawfully, and in accordance with law, and the United States knew they were here. Not a bunch of people just ran over here from wherever and dropped a baby. It was never meant for that. No matter how much you hate President Trump, he is right about that. The crap is being abused to no extent. So bye. If you believe your 14th Amendment, you can get to stepping. And my people, let me warn you of this, and I've told a lot of people, but I never said it publicly. Those of you that believe you're here because someone brought you here against your will, not that you were found here and enslaved here, because even Benjamin Franklin said, hey, too many darkies in America. We don't need to bring nobody here from nowhere. We don't need to bring no Africans over here. Benjamin Franklin said that. Too many people here that are dark. America's all solely dark and tawny. Don't bring no more darkies here. That was Ben Franklin. Okay? So when it's all said and done, if you believe that you cannot be deported because you were written into the Constitution, the Supreme Court cannot do it, but Congress can write you out of the Constitution. And if you believe that you cannot be deported solely because you were in the 14th Amendment, if the vast majority of Congress agrees, and I forget his name, but there is a congressional, I don't know if he's a senator or a House of Representative member, but he's in the Congress. He's introducing a bill to try to overturn the 14th Amendment. So those of you that think you cannot be deported because you are 14th Amendment, if you believe that, you are in big trouble, because that is not why they cannot deport you. They cannot deport you because you are in your house. I don't care who knows. I don't care who doesn't know. I don't care where it's taught. It's well documented. They found your melanin rich, now I misidentified black behind already here. The people that walked across the Bering Straits from Siberia, the federally recognized Native Americans, also walked over here, found your melanin rich so-called black behind already here. They cannot deport you because you are at home. You are in your house. They found you here. This is your ancestral homeland. That is why they cannot deport you, because you are at home. They are not at home. They are not at home. And not all of our people were chattel slaves either. Some were chattel slaves, some were indentured servants. We're not all the babies of slaves. Some of us are the babies of sharecrop farmers. Some of us are the babies of farmers, heirs of oil fields, heirs of crop fields. We were not all enslaved. Some of our people were never enslaved. Some of our people ran to avoid it. Some of our people killed to avoid it. That whole, oh, I'm not my ancestors. Shh, you don't know the ancestors. They weren't playing. They made it very clear that the people they found in mainland USA were some of the coldest warriors they had ever encountered. It took multiple nations to unify and band together against our people, the same way multiple nations are banding together against our people today to take us out. You got the Latinos against us, Mexicans, non-Mexicans, Latino community against us, the Caribbean community against us, various individuals from Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Somalia, whatever, against us. Whites are against us. Jews are against us. I mean, everybody wants to bang up on and gang up on the melanin-rich people of mainland USA. Why is that? It takes a whole planet to take us out. It took a whole planet to take our ancestors out, because our ancestors were no joke, and we are our ancestors. One thing about our people, we do know how to get on code. Other people don't get on code. We get on code. When we realize, because it took us a long time to realize that we had all these enemies we didn't know, but they are so loud on social media. Back in our ancestors' day, there was no TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. We were not YouTube. It wasn't going on. We weren't hearing it. We were encountering individuals, and we realized we're running into bad individuals. Now we know, because they're so loud about it, that their whole communities have hostile disdain and malevolence toward us. Now that we know, we're becoming our ancestors again. We're getting on code. Oh, wait. The Caribbean niggas hate us? Whoa. The African niggas hate us? Whoa. Latinos hate us? Whoa. We knew why they hated us. That's just a dysfunctional relationship that's been ongoing for a long time. We understand them, they understand us. These other communities, it's a betrayal. It's a betrayal. We are at home, and we cannot be deported because everybody is in our house, whether they know it or not. It's well documented. They don't know because they don't want to know, or because they believe the lies. Don't believe me. Don't believe anything. Do some research and due diligence on this matter. The reason you can't be deported has nothing to do with the 14th Amendment. And if you believe that it does, I can't be deported because I'm 14th Amendment and I'm written into the Constitution. I've heard too many of our people say that. That's not why. Because you can be unwritten from the Constitution. The 14th Amendment can be congressionally overturned. No, not Supreme Court overturned, but congressionally overturned. And a lot of people coming into Congress are foreigners that hate us, like the rest of the foreigners in our homeland are hating on us. We are on code and getting more on code. And one thing about us, once we're on code, we are a force to be reckoned with, and we are not to be played with. You cannot be deported out of your own flipping house, because this is your flipping house, and I don't care what anybody else says. They are lying. Share this information. Share the video. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen, particularly if you've listened this far. Have a fabulous evening. Thank you for joining us.